Good morning, children. Today we are continuing the chapter photosynthesis in higher plants, and this chapter has already been sent some months before. The detailed description about the chapter with diagrams, all details have been sent in appropriate time just a few months back. And today we are revising the chapter and the questions that are important for the final examination and the revision questions. You have to study the notes first, what I sent, along with you have to study this question answer for each chapter. So we are including 10 questions from the chapter photosynthesis in higher plants. The first question, write the contribution of Joseph Priestley and John Ingenhousz. Joseph Priestley was the scientist who invented oxygen for the first time. That he understood that the plants which are kept in the sunlight, chlorophyllated plants kept in sunlight, evolve a gas. And he used bell jar experiment to demonstrate this. John Ingenhousz said that during photosynthesis. He was not noted the name photosynthesis, but the plants purify the air. He said that the plants purify the air, which are found by the animals and even the burning candle. So he also indicated the presence of oxygen. That oxygen is evolved during photosynthesis by plants. That is in same line with the Joseph Priestley's discovery. Okay, now the second question, where does the light reaction of photosynthesis takes place and what are the products of it? Light reaction takes place in the granum of the chloroplast. Granum or thylakoid of the chloroplast, because it is in the granum that the chlorophyll molecules are present. And these chlorophyll molecules trap the solar energy and convert the solar energy into ATP and NADPH. So the products of the light reaction is ATP and NADPH along with the oxygen also evolved. Oxygen is evolved from water. Okay, so you have to remember that splitting of water also takes place during this light reaction. Okay, right. Now the third question, draw a neat label diagram of chloroplast, which have already been drawn, and you can see that in the module video which we have sent, or you can also see in the text and learn it. Okay. Now fourth one, sketch out a cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation and write a brief note on it. Cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. The diagram is already drawn and you can watch that module or from the text. Okay. The cyclic photophosphorylation is the movement of electrons in a cyclic manner. It involves only pigment system 1 or photosystem 1. When light energy or light having the wavelength of around 700 nanometer wavelength, when light falls on the chlorophyll molecules, the chlorophyll molecules absorb the light and get excited, and high energy electrons are released. These high energy electrons now pass through certain electron carriers and finally to come back to the same pigment system 1 or photosystem 1 where they started its journey. Such a cyclic movement of electrons during the process connected to the pigment system 1 is called cyclic photophosphorylation, and during cyclic photophosphorylation ATP is generated. Whereas in this non-cyclic photophosphorylation involved with pigment system 1 and pigment system 2. Pigment system 2 get excited slightly less wavelength of light, that is P680. So when the light of around this wavelength falls on the pigment system 2 of chlorophyll B, what happens? It gets excited and high energy electrons emitted from pigment system 2 and it goes to the pigment system 1. Then from pigment system 1, the movement of the electrons from pigment system 2 to pigment system 1 through electron acceptors like a cytochrome A, cytochrome B1, cytochrome B6, cytochrome C, cytochrome A3, like that. So these electrons from the pigment system 2 travels through the pigment electron carriers, and finally come to the pigment system 1. Meanwhile, it also gets excited and wavelength of light around 700 when it comes or falls on the pigment system 1. It also gets excited and the energy is released from it. Electrons in the form of electron carriers, it passes and finally it reaches the NAD. It is NAD, the electron reaches NAD. Meanwhile, connecting to the pigment system 2, the water gets split by the presence of sunlight, and this is called the photolysis of water. The hydrogen atoms or protons formed by the decomposition or splitting of the water also reaches the NAD, and NAD along with the NAD plus hydrogen atoms plus electron get reduced NAD into NADH2. So this is one of the most important product of energy storing molecule in light reaction. So during the electron pass through the electron acceptors, the energy is released, and that energy is used for the formation of ATP. Okay, and NADH is ultimately formed that together form the ATP and NADH, that energy rich compounds during light reaction. Okay, and now fifth one. With the help of a diagram, explain Calvin cycle. Calvin cycle, we know there are 3 steps in Calvin cycle. We know that carboxylation of RUP, reduction, carboxylation of RUP, reduction and regeneration. So the detailed structure and the description you can see the module I said earlier in advance. Now 6th question, explain the Rubisco, RUBP, PGA, PGL, OAA. Rubisco, ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. This enzyme is the most abundant enzyme or protein present in the universe. It can catalyze both oxygenation reaction and carboxylation reaction. So Rubisco, ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. RUBP, the primary carbon dioxide acceptor in Calvin cycle. RUBP, ribulose biphosphate. Ribulose 1,5 biphosphate also we can say. PGA is the first stable product in the Calvin cycle. Phosphoglyceric acid. Now phosphoglyceraldehyde, PGAL. 3 phosphoglyceraldehyde you can say, 3 phosphoglyceric acid also say. Okay, phosphoglyceric acid or 3 phosphoglyceric acid. PGL, phosphoglyceraldehyde or 3 phosphoglyceraldehyde, no problem you can say. Oxaloacetic acid, OAA. Oxaloacetic acid is the first stable product of C4 cycle. Now 7th one. With the help of a diagram, explain C4 cycle. You have to remember that. Calvin cycle, we have already explained the C4 cycle. We have to remember this and draw this diagram by looking study from the text or from the module I said. Now write points of difference between C3 and C4 pathways. That also I send in detail, and we would be discussing all this in the live class. Now 9th question, what is Crane's anatomy? Anatomy of the C4 plants like sorghum, maize, bajra, all are xerophytic plants or dry plants. This anatomy is also called anatomy, that bundle sheath cells around the bundle sheath cells around the vascular bundle that contain different types of chloroplast. Okay. Now, what is photorespiration? Respiration takes place in C3 plants in the presence of oxygen, in the presence of light, oxygen and light. That is called, oxygenation reaction. It is catalyzed by Rubisco. So that's all from this part. Thank you very much.